Well, that gospel was all about humility. You probably picked up on that. The first will be last, the last will be first. So don't brag, don't puff yourself up, don't insist on being called master because you don't know as much as you think you do. Humility, at the end of the day, is self-knowledge. And humility goes hand in hand with honesty. So for today, I really just have a quick reflection on humility, 3 minutes or so. Humility is a virtue. Just like honesty and patience, humility is a virtue. And there are several ways you can think about virtue and what exactly that word means. So for starters, all virtues are sandwiched between two vices. So it's not like one vice, one virtue, that's a pairing. It's more like a spectrum with the virtue in the middle and the vices are the extremes. So humility is the happy medium between the two extremes of pride and low self-esteem. You could also consider humility a virtue because it solves more problems than it creates. It means it's a helpful life skill. And finally, humility is a virtue. This is the more complicated explanation of what a virtue is. A virtuous person does what is good in life, and they do it consistently, easily, quickly, and joyfully. So in other words, a virtuous person doesn't need to work hard to do what is right. It comes naturally to them. It's not a struggle. Humility helps you to live better in that way. Pride distracts you from doing what is right because you're focused on yourself. That's what pride is. And low self-esteem diminishes your ability to do what is right because you doubt in your own work and your own talent. But the humble person knows their abilities, but also their limitations. So they know how to serve others without losing sight of why we should serve others. See, prideful people struggle with that. They struggle with the question, why bother with other people? They're not me. And low self-esteem people struggle with realizing how they personally can be of help, although they very often understand why helping others is good. So humility is the solution to both of those tricky considerations. So, once again, humility is the middle ground between two unhealthy extremes. It is a problem-solving life skill, and it is a part of the path that leads to easily doing what is right with as little extra baggage and unnecessary work as possible.